So coming up in this video, I'll uncover why women reject you but still act interested, the psychological game at play, and the one move that you need to make immediately to turn the tables. If you've ever felt like a woman is keeping you around just in case, well, this video is actually going to change the way you handle it forever, so stay locked in. Jumping straight into the power play, the first move. Understanding why she's rejecting you but still keeping you close is the key to making the right move. Most men misinterpret the situation and in doing so play right into her hands. The biggest lie men tell themselves is, well, maybe she's unsure. Maybe she just needs time to figure out her feelings. And that's wrong. Women know within the first few interactions whether they see you as a potential romantic option. If she rejected you outright, it wasn't because she didn't know what she wanted. It was because she made a conscious decision that you weren't her first choice. But here's where it gets tricky. Even though she doesn't want you as her main guy, she still wants your attention, your validation, and your emotional availability. Why? Well, simply because 1, you boost her ego, 2, she's keeping you as a backup, and 3, maybe she actually enjoys your company, but just not romantically. Let me ask you, does that sound like a win for you, or does that sound like you're just getting played? Here's where most men go wrong. After the rejection, instead of moving on, they keep responding to her texts, engaging in friendly banter, and staying emotionally available. At first, it might seem harmless because maybe you think, well, at least we're talking. Maybe I can win her over with time. No. This is exactly the mindset that keeps you trapped in her cycle of validation. She's rejecting you, yet still she gets your time because you keep entertaining her text, your emotional support because you listen to her problems like her boyfriend would, and your attention because you're still there whenever she decides to reach out. She has zero incentive to change her mind because she's getting the benefits of your presence without the commitment. Now, the moment she senses you're pulling away, she throws a little breadcrumb to pull you back. Ever notice how the second you start ignoring her or focusing on other things, she suddenly texts you a hey, right? Comments on your social media post maybe, says something flirty even though she turned you down? It's not a coincidence, and I need you to understand that. That's her making sure that you're still on the hook. And if you keep falling for it, she never has to respect you, never has to choose you, and never has to commit to you. Let's be real. If she saw you as the man she truly wanted, she wouldn't be rejecting you in the first place. Women don't play games with men they're genuinely attracted to. When she rejects you but keeps acting interested, it's because she's comfortable having you as an option, but she's not afraid to lose you. Think about it, okay? So what's the solution then? What should you do? I think you need to stop acting like a man with no other options, right? Because the moment she feels that you're not dependent on her, everything will change. Number 2, flip the script immediately. Let's get into a power move, the one that shifts the dynamic instantly and puts you back in control. Most guys in this situation do the wrong thing. They keep being nice, available, hopeful that one day she'll change her mind. But you're going to do the exact opposite. Here's how to flip the script. I'm going to give you 4 ways, okay? Or 4 steps you need to go through. First, you want to cut off her validation, okay? Women play this game because they're getting something from you. Attention, validation, emotional support. I can't say this enough. So the first most important step is to cut it off. No more responding to her random, hey, how are you texts, okay? No more liking her social media posts. No more being the guy that she vents to about other men. The second you remove yourself as an emotional crutch, she will start to feel the shift. Now, you might be thinking, but won't this make her think I don't care anymore? Well, yeah, exactly. She's been using your interest as a safety net. Why don't you see that? When you stop providing that safety net, she has to reevaluate how she sees you. Now, the key move here is the next time she texts you, what you want to do is delay your response or don't respond at all. She's been conditioning you to be available, and now it's time to condition her to feel your absence. Second thing you want to do is become scarce. People value what is scarce and take for granted what is always available. If you're always responding, always engaging, always there, she never has to be the one to chase you. So what's the fix? Basically become a limited resource. Stop initiating conversations. Stop explaining yourself or trying to clear the air, right? Start living your life like she's an afterthought, not a priority. She's used to you being easy access, but the second she senses that you've disconnected and you no longer are orbiting her little world, she'll start to wonder, right? And she'll shape up. 3, the power of indifference. Women are drawn to certainty and high status men. The moment you start acting like you don't need her, she will feel less in control of you, and that alone will make you more desirable in her eyes. Take it from me. Indifference is power. If she calls, you're busy. If she asks, why are you being distant? Well, you've been handling business, right? If she flirts out of the blue, you smirk, change the subject. Women respect and desire men who aren't easy to control. And that's exactly what you need to become. 4th thing is what I call the ultimate test, okay? Now, once you pull back, watch what happens. If she was just stringing you along for attention, she'll lose interest fast and move on to another guy who will entertain her games. And guess what? That's a win for you, because now you're no longer actually wasting your time or money, right? But if she was secretly interested but taking you for granted, then she'll be the one to start chasing you. She'll start texting more. She'll throw out flirty bait to see if you're still into her. She'll even ask why you've changed. At this point, you've already won, because she now realizes that you're not an option she can play with. The ultimate flex, if you ask me? Well, while she's sitting there wondering why you don't care anymore, you're out there leveling up, hitting the gym, talking to other women, building yourself into a high-value man. And when she comes back around trying to re-engage, basically, you get to decide if you even want her anymore. That's how you win. A man with options and self-respect doesn't tolerate games. And once you start living with this mindset, you'll notice something amazing. You'll stop chasing women who are not choosing you. Because in the end, the woman who truly wants you, she doesn't play games. Now, are you ready to step into that power? The final play, what you must do next. Now that you've flipped the script and created a psychological shift, here's where most men drop the ball. They don't know what to do next. They either start responding the moment she reaches out, undoing basically all the progress that they've made. They get caught up in the what ifs and go back right into playing her game. They misinterpret her attention as genuine interest, only to end up in the same cycle. Not you. If you want to truly level up, keep your power. And here's the final play. All right. The first thing you want to do is to keep expanding your options. Scarcity creates demand. Listen, you must continue living your life as if she doesn't exist. No kidding. It means continuing to date other women or see other women. That means continuing to build your confidence in your presence, right? That means continuing to focus on your goals and not her validation, because the moment she senses that you're an easy option, the game resets. However, if she sees that you've moved on, leveled up, have other women in your orbit, that's when she'll start to realize that she has to compete for your attention. And nothing triggers real attraction more than a woman realizing that she's no longer the center of your world. Now, if she comes back around, and she probably will, you need to handle it the right way. Here's how to respond. First, if she sends a random, hey, what's up? Ignore it for a while. Don't jump into reply. Let her wander. Then, if you feel like responding, wait a few hours and hit her with a short, unbothered reply. So, for example, she texts something like, hey, how you been? Right? You respond hours later, good, hope you're well. No emojis, no over-explaining, no trying to reignite the conversation. Let her do the work. 2, if she suddenly starts flirting again, what you want to do is to test her consistency before taking her seriously. Right? One flirty message or playful message doesn't mean that she's interested. It could just mean she's looking for validation. So what do? I think the best thing is to, stay playful, but detached. Don't drop everything to engage with her. Let her prove through her actions that she's genuinely interested. So, for example, she sends a message like, I kind of miss talking to you. This is the response I expect. Oh yeah? What are you going to do about it? See what that does? If she's actually making plans, cool. If she keeps playing games, you already know what's up. 3, if she asks, why are you being distant? In my opinion, this is her testing to see if she still has some control over you. So what you don't want to say is, I just thought you weren't interested. Or, I was waiting to see if you'd reach out. Or, I missed you, but I didn't want to bother you. Instead, your response should make it clear that you've been busy living your life and not just sitting around waiting. Do not apologize for your absence. Certainly do not chase, right? Let her know that your time is valuable. Now, another thing you need to remember is to control the frame. I mean, she has to earn you back, not the other way around, right? If she's suddenly showing interest again, she needs to prove that she deserves your time. And that means she needs to make real effort to see you. She needs to respect your boundaries and your time. She has to be consistent, not hot and cold. A high-value man doesn't reward a woman just for coming back. He evaluates whether she's actually worth his time. If she's still being flaky, inconsistent, or vague, you pull back even harder. If she starts investing in you, then you set the terms of engagement. The ultimate truth is, some women will come back just to see if they can control you, right? They'll flirt, but never make plans. They will feed you breadcrumbs just to keep you around, right? They'll pull you back in just to reject you again. If she does this, walk for good. No emotional goodbyes, no explanations, just disappear. Because if she truly wanted you, she wouldn't keep testing you. She'll make real effort to be with you. Keep that in mind. And a man who respects himself doesn't waste time on women who do not choose him fully. Let that sink in. The bottom line is a lot of you accept breadcrumbs because you lack confidence. And that's why I'll be doing you a disservice if I don't tell you about my 30 Days to Confidence challenge. It's a challenge and a digital course that takes you through a plethora of tutorials on confidence and so much more. In 30 days, you'll be a completely different man if you're willing to shore up your confidence.